Now, so in last class, just I have given the introduction about React.js. What is React.js and how to, what are the features we have in React.js? That concept we have discussed in last class, right? Yes. Now we are going to discuss the remaining concepts of this. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, a brief idea about this. So what is React.js? Is it client-side script or server-side script? So already we discussed. It is a client-side script to implement dynamic web applications. Yes. So what the purpose of this? Why we are using? Implement the dynamic websites. Websites are two types. One is static website. Another one is dynamic website. Got it. So if you take static website contains only design, doesn't have any logics. Okay. Yeah, to implement the static websites, we can use HTML, CSS. That is enough. To implement static websites, we can go with that HTML and CSS. But if you want to work with the dynamic websites, okay, coding part is there. In the dynamic websites, we have coding part. That's why, okay, compulsory we are using the scripting languages. Okay. So dynamic website contains registration, login. With these type of concepts it contains. Static means only displaying the information. That's all. A static website contains only the information. But if you take the dynamic website, the dynamic website contains some logics, user interactions, etc. Is it clear? Yes. Now, in this scenario, so what is React.js? It is a client-side script to implement the web applications. Okay. Yes. So, in coding point of view, I told you two types of scriptings we are using. Yes. Coding point of first one is client-side script, and second one is server-side script. Yes. Like that, in coding point of view, we are using two types of scriptings. What is the first one is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. Now, what is client-side script? Which executes in browser. Yes, the script which executes in browser we are calling as client-side script. Okay, so if we implement the logics by using JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, all this comes under client-side scripts. Next one is server-side script. What is that? Yeah, executes in website. Okay, yes. Like that, I have given the introduction in the last class about client-side and server-side, the PHP, ASP, servlets, JSP, Node, all this comes under server-side scripting languages. So that's the basic information I have given. And who implemented this React.js? Mr. Jordan Waki in the year 2013. Jordan Waki implemented the React.js in the year 2013 by using some technologies. Like what are the technologies he used here? Based on JavaScript only. Okay, not only that person, along with this Jordan working, some group of members belongs to Facebook. They implemented this React.js and they wanted to add some more features. The chart concept of React.js, Facebook application. The chart concept of Facebook application, they wanted to add more features. So for that, they implemented this React.js in the year 2013. So means here React belongs to Facebook. Okay. Yes. And we already covered the features of React.js. Okay. The last classes. Okay, if you miss those features, no worries. Again, before starting the programming, I will discuss what are the features we have, everything. Okay. Yes. Now, what are the prerequisites to learn this React.js? Main is JavaScript. Yes. So we are using JavaScript. So JavaScript, complete JavaScript knowledge is required. Okay. Not only React.js, even if you go with that Angular, okay, and Vue.js, Vanilla.js, all these technologies, JavaScript is very, very mandatory technology. Is it clear? JavaScript is very, very important. That's why first we are working with the JavaScript. Is it clear? Yes. But before JavaScript, I will discuss some HTML concepts. Okay. So HTML concepts, why we are discussing? Because we are creating some forms like, okay, registration, login, and shopping cart related applications. So cart items, how to display like that. So dynamic functionalities, how to apply on the cart applications. These type of concepts we are covering. So that's why some part of HTML is required. That is the reason I'm discussing the HTML here. HTML means don't expect, okay, days, only 1 or 1.5 day we will discuss this HTML. Okay. Yes. So like that, these are the things which we are covering here. Okay. Now, before that, just one use case I will discuss with you. One use case. Okay. For example, login form if you take. Yes. You want to implement login form and companies have got the requirement. So user story to work with the login form. So it's in that. Yes. What are the steps involved in this login form? So first, we need to design. Second, implement client side validations. Third is, send username, password to the server. So when user click on the login button, okay. So first we are checking whether the text box is empty or not. These type of validations. That login button and username, password, text boxes we are designing in the designing phase. Okay. After that we are validating. After that sending the data to server. Once you send the data, so check username, password, okay, available or not in database we are checking, right? Yes. Next one, redirect to either so welcome page or invalid user page. So redirect to either welcome page or invalid user. Yeah, these are the steps what we are following here. Is it clear? Yes. Now, if you take first step, what are the technologies? HTML, CSS. By using this, so we are creating the login form. So in companies, a separate designing team is available, but in some companies, you are developer only working with the designing also. Okay, that is depending upon the project cost, budget, everything. Yes, yeah. Next one, validations. Yeah, in the validations point of view, we are using what? Client side script. Yes. So here we are using React. Okay. Yes, that is the second step. So client side validations, right? And third step, sending data to server. What is that? Sending the data to server. So here we are taking the support of routing concept, that is also React. React routing we are using to send the data to server. Okay. After that, check username password valid or invalid. In database, you want to check. So we don't use the client side scripts to connect with the database because client side script executes where in client's mission. Okay. But website database is available in the client system or server. Hmm? So it is available in the server mission. That's why we don't use here in this point of view server side scripts. Okay, server side programmers, they're creating the API services. Okay, by using the technologies like ASP or JSP servlets or PHP like. Finally, what the next step? Redirect to either welcome page or invalid user page. In this point of view, routing concept we are using here. So actually here not routing, sorry, Ajax we are using to send the data to API service, we are using Ajax. Okay, so that is through React.js or any other client-side script, but in our programs we are using React. Okay, and in this redirection point of view, we are using what is that? Yeah, routing concept that is also with React. Means see in second step and third step and fifth step, we are taking the support of React.js. Means not only React.js, if you are Angular programmer, you can use Angular. If you are JavaScript programmer, you can use JavaScript. Yes, like that. What is the technology? We are using that technology, but client-side scripts. Means simple login form, if you take as example, yes, in three locations, three steps, we are using the client-side script. Like that, if you take the registration form or any other form, okay, 70% is any other concept. If you take 70% or at least 60% coding is client-side implementation. Is it clear? So that much of importance is there for this client-side technologies. So this is simple one use case I discussed with you like that. Okay. Yeah, I think you got some clarity with this use case. That's why I explained this. Any doubts you have on this? No doubts. Any questions? Fine. So now the basic introduction is covered. Now one by one concepts we are entering here. As I told you, I'm starting with HTML. Okay, HTML means what are the main concepts of HTML only I will discuss with you. Okay. Yes. Because in our React programs, we are creating some design uh, forms. That's why we are discussing the HTML first. What is HTML? Hmm? Apurva, Ashok, anybody have? You can tell what you know, no problem. Gulshan. Yeah. Why we are using HTML? What is HTML means? You will answer HTML stands for hypertext markup language, that I know. My question is why we are using HTML? What the reason to use HTML? Anybody have idea? You can unmute your mic and you can speak with me, no problem.
So design a web form.
What is that?
Design
Why we are using HTML?
it is basically it will have the browser will understand the HTML tags only. Means hash document HTML will be there. Based on that one only, it will be understand the browser understanding purpose.
See, actually, final intent document is converting into JavaScript, right? Even HTML also finally converting into JavaScript. Okay. Then browser is comparing that. Okay. Yeah. So here I will tell you why we are in HTML. Yes. HTML is a web technology to display controls on browser. Yes. So HTML is nothing but web technology. We are using HTML for what? To display the controls on browser. Yes. Browser you want to display controls like text box, button, radio button, all these controls you can display by using HTML. So every browser contains controls. These controls we can display with the instructions, nothing but those are nothing but HTML tags. HTML tags. So here HTML provides many elements to display the controls on browser. Yes. Is it clear? Yes. So HTML provides many elements to display the controls on browser. So what are these elements we have? Yes. So those are nothing but ing input div, like that we have different types of elements. Okay. Yes. Now every element we should enclose it with some properties. Yeah. Yeah. And sorry. So every element we should enclose it with angle brackets. So these are the angle brackets we are using. Yes.
Sorry for the disturbance. For HTML, will not convert in the JavaScript, right? In the finally, it will be having a tag.
It will be having the
Tags, because if we write something in the div tag directly, then we can execute. It won't execute, right? Basically, it will stop your code. I mean, for example, we'll take the .html file as a text. For example, text.html file. You take it and you return the some paragraphs and all those things without using the hash. I mean, The shift one will press one, right? It will give the not equal to doc sign, I mean document HTML. Without HTML tag, it won't run the code. It won't convert basically to the JavaScript. The Angular will convert the JavaScript finally when you run.
Yes, you see.
Hmm.
Okay, so the thing is, if you take HTML, CSS, and JavaScript,
Hmm.
finally everything is converting into one object. That is browser object, nothing but JavaScript object. Yes. So we are calling it as Webpack files. In that, complete this HTML, everything is available. Okay.
Yes,
So, and second point is you are telling about something like doc type, right?
yes, yes,
Huh?
yes,
Yeah, doc type is different. So to specify the current document is HTML document, and you want to execute some HTML elements like HTML5 related elements like that, we are using this doc type. Doc type exclamatory mark HTML. Okay, so
yeah. For the
that type
for the
of
project, we'll be having one index.html or some index. For example, you can take it the Angular. The entry point will be index.html. Based on that one, what the route has to be done, it will be going to there only, right? It will not based on the JavaScript, right? In that case.
see no.
Mm.
So finally, so if you index.html is the landing page
Yeah,
of
landing page.
every server. Okay.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it may be index or default or home. So server can understand these pages are landing pages. So when you compile these pages, you're talking about even Angular also if you take here. So Angular or React, whatever it may be. So after compilation, every page is converting into an object, one Webpack file.
Yes, yes, web.
Is it clear? That is the final JS file. Yes. In that JS file, we have all these elements. So, okay. So I will show you one thing. Yeah. Now I'm executing one application. Now a simple one React program I want to open class. Okay. So in this, for example, yes, Caliph program. Now this is one program. Okay. So in this program, what we have here, like this, one input control, one div tag is there, right? So like there we have these HTML elements. So input means text box. Now I want to compile this. This is React application. There I use the HTML. Like that in Java, Angular, if you take here. So in that component dot HTML file is there, dot TS file separate we have. There you can write the HTML code. Okay.
Mm.
Yes. So npm start argument. 1 second. So node modules are removed. A browser contains one engine, that is JavaScript E8 engine, I think. Okay, V8. Okay, so
Okay.
this engine executes all these HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. Finally, everything is converting into one object. Okay, that is also I will show you now. Because node packages I'm installing here to run the
Yeah.
React. This I will discuss later how to install these node packages. So what are the node packages are required? Okay, everything. Because these technologies, if you take React, Angular, Vue.js, okay, all these technologies available in the form of node packages. Okay, now anybody is working with server-side technologies here?
.NET I used to work. I mean, now we are
What is?
doing .NET
Hmm.
Web API. In the 4th sem, we need to do the project. That's why working on the.
Bef- Before that?
No, no, before that, I used to do ASP.NET. I mean, Kendo, you know, right? Kendo.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're using the third party for the UI. We got our college, our university has been provided the one government project, basically. We are working on that one. Now, the 4 to SEM we need to do in different technologies. I mean, they suggested me work in the React JS. That's why.
You want to be as a full stack developer, right?
No, not the full stack developer. Basically, they given me opportunity. That's why I'm working.
You already had experience with .NET, right?
Yeah, .NET. Yeah.
Why they changed our technology?
No, that is the 4-1 semester project. This is the 4-2 semester project with React.
Semester,
For,
are you studying still?
yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
You told me that you are working.
No, 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 not the working. I'm still studying only.
Mhm.
Student.
So now, just I'm going to inspect other project. Actually, this is calculation, small calculation program. So which is created in React. Now go to this network tab. Okay.
Okay.
Now refresh it. So click on all. Now see here, bundle.js file is there, right?
Yes.
So what the extension of this file?
It
Dot
is dot
.js.
JS file.
The type of this file is
Script.
script. Okay. Yes. Now if I click on this, okay.
Mhm.
So open this or now here everything is converted into one object like this. Okay. Now in my program, what I have given here. So div I have given, input I have given like that. Now if I type input, see that input is coming like this. Okay. Value is equal to T1, on change is equal to something. See, value is equal to T1, on change is equal to some statements I have written now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Now on change in the statement is there. Like the total how many input counters, 1, 2, 3, and fourth button is also there. Okay. Now if you observe this one, so this is one control. Okay. And another control like that here. So these are some functions. Input means that is it has written one bundle file, okay, like that buttons, everything you can see here, okay, means
Yes.
everything is converted into what? Bundle.js.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Means the browser is taking this bundle.js. For example, if I type button, now you can see, yes, this is one more input. I have given button value is equal to star. So if you observe here in my program, I have given like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this bundle.js is nothing but entire JavaScript file. Okay. So one object is created. So this object contains everything, CSS styles, everything what we created in our project, everything is coming into this object.
Okay, the particular file or throughout the application?
Entire application is coming as one object.
Entire application. Okay.
Okay. Here also we have index.html. Okay. Now in public folder, you can see this is the startup file.
Yeah.
Okay. Here also we have index.html. But this everything is coming into one object.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now you can see a root I have given that root element is available here. Okay. So if I type div tag, here div is there. Class name is called app. For example, if you observe this, yeah, in this program, class name is equal to app. Got it? So
Yes.
return is see this is JavaScript function.
Okay.
Okay. Like that here. Okay. So this is internal concept in demo. Actually, should not discuss about this because you are having some idea, but all these are new persons, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they may have or they may not have. But I will discuss. So you asked one question. Sir, all files. So for example, this is one component I created, right? Yes.
Yes.
We have only one component in this file. For example, one more component, React component I'm creating. Okay. So COMP 2.js I have given. Okay. Now suggestions will come. 1 second. Yes. Welcome Scott. I have given something I created. Okay. Now just okay. So what the name I have given? CVMP. Yes. For example, I have given like this. Now save. Now you can see what the text I have given here. Welcome Scott I have given, right? Okay. Now come to this output. Where is your output? Here it is. Now you can see it displays in the browser, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now one more bundle it is generated for us. Okay. Now once let me refresh it once. Yeah. Now if I open this bundle, now if I type, see
And the function
that
component.
component to welcome. What is this element? Div element. Yes, like that, tags will not go to the browser. Okay, these
Okay.
all tags and CSS styles. Okay, so if you take angle brackets, I told you one point here. Okay, HTML elements are should enclose it with angle brackets. Instead of angle brackets, we are placing element like div everything.
Okay.
Okay, to give the such meaning like this is tag, but finally everything is converting into one JavaScript object. Okay. Yeah, if you want to go with the deep dive on this, okay, so just you can surf in the Google. So how this browser is reading the elements, everything, okay, and then you will get the clarity. But this is not right time to discuss all these things, okay. So one by one, I will discuss with you. And yeah, you asked me one question, sir. Everything is converting into single object, right? You asked that question. So here, if you observe, these two components, okay, those two files I have taken. Two files are coming in single bundle JS. Okay, so like that in project, n number of files we are creating for login. One file, registration, one file. Yes, all are finally coming into bundle, but this bundle is then it becomes as heavy. So at the time of loading, it becomes heavy. So that's why we are using lazy loading concept. Okay, so lazy loading concept we are using. So in our course content, if you observe this, okay, yeah. Now let me open this. Using lazy loading, we can split one file as chunks of JavaScript file, multiple files to increase the performance. Okay. So see, this is the concept. Okay. In single page application, that time I will discuss how to use this lazy loading, how to split the multiple files. Okay. Yes, these bundles, one bundle is coming here, right? I want to create multiple bundle files. Okay, one bundle means at the time of loading, it takes some heavy resource, means takes some time. So, but we don't load everything in first attempt, right? So some navigations we are providing is hyperlinks. When user click on the hyperlink, some components we are loading then. So those components unnecessarily coming into this bundle now. So those we are splitting, okay, into different files. So for that we are using the lazy loading concept like. Okay, so ongoing process we will discuss all these things. Okay,
Yeah.
anyhow, every element we should enclose it with angle brackets. Okay, angle brackets are nothing but less than and greater than symbol. Then we will consider it as tag. Means that object which is creating, that will consider as tag. For example, yeah, I'm creating one HTML file, demo1.html I have given. Okay, so if I type input, so is it any HTML element? No, it is simple text in browser point of view. Okay, if I run this program, what the file name I have given? So demo na demo1. Yeah, here it is. The demo1.html. If I double click on this, now what the output we got? Input. So means, so at the time of creating object, it is converting as a simple text, not as the HTML element. So for that, we are taking the support of, yeah, less than and greater than. Now, at the time of compiling, so it is converting as one input control, nothing but text box like that. So means we should enclose it with angle brackets. Those are nothing but less than and greater than symbols we are calling as angle brackets. Okay. Yes. And next point is every element provides many properties. We can call them as attributes. Yes, every element provides many properties. For example, here SRC is one property, width is one property, height is one property, like the different types of properties we have. We are calling them as attributes. Okay. Yes. So to provide some additional features, we are using these properties. Now I will show you examples how to display the image and what the attributes and what is due like that. So I want to ask you one question. How many types, basic types of HTML elements? Anyone have idea on this? HTML elements are divided into main types. Yeah, so that is very important. Okay, so here we are using div. Yeah, if you observe our React program in this class React program, if you observe here, so this is JavaScript. Okay, now in this React program, if you observe, I use a div here. Here I use a div. What is this div? Yes. What is input? Actually, two types of elements basically. One is container, another one is non-container. So in interviews, when we are attending the interviews on this React or any other UI technology related, so they will ask you one question: what is the difference between div and span? Yes. What is the main role of div? So these type of questions may rise. Okay. So by that time, you should answer properly. So like that, two types of elements we have. So that I will cover in the next class. Okay. Anyhow, here we started HTML. Okay. HTML we are using to display controls on browser. It is providing different types of elements. Okay. Those elements we are placing within the less than and greater than symbol. So then it is tagged. And many properties we have in these elements for every element. So these properties we'll discuss in the coming next class. Okay. Because as I told you, so demos we're spending around 45 to 50 minutes. Okay. And tomorrow is the first Saturday. Okay. So every new batch, first Saturday, we don't have class. From next second week onwards, 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday we have classes. That's why you can join Monday now. Okay. Monday is also demo we have. Okay. So same link you can use to join. I think maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, they will change that link from demo to payment. Okay. Yes. So in Monday, I will cover the rest of the part which we required to work with this React JS. Because here, if you directly use div and everything, okay, so you can't understand, right? That's why before that, if you have something in your mind, then you can understand the concepts easily. So for that reason, I'm discussing this HTML. So according to my programs and according to our React discussion, so I will discuss the HTML concepts. And I'm not giving much priority to the designing part. So these all classes for coding, okay, using React JS. Designing you can learn anywhere, okay, by using any online websites. Okay, that is not a difficult for you. Yes. So that is the reason we are spending only one day or 1.5 day with this HTML. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Any questions you have? Yeah, if no, then we will close the session for today. Join Monday with the same link. Okay. I will cover the HTML concepts there. Okay. Thank you. You can leave.